Kingdom Hall, this is... How can I help you?
Hi, I was just wondering if you had time for a quick question.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw something on the news. It was really startling about the Montana court case with Jehovah's Witnesses. It was about 2 days ago. Did you hear about it?
Okay. So when you said you do have time for a quick question, we have a meeting here at 9. I just thought maybe you were looking to...
Oh, okay. Well, what happened was that the Montana Supreme Court reversed a judgment of $35 million against the Watchtower for child sexual abuse, not reporting to the police, based on clergy privilege. And I was wondering why they're arguing this, because their literature is just full of rants against clergy and that they don't have clergy.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics of that case. So yeah, I guess you just have to you'd have to contact the people there in that congregation. So yeah.
Oh well, this is Jehovah's organization though. You believe so? If you Google Montana Supreme Court Jehovah's Witnesses, you can kind of see the details. I'm sure you would want to be up on that.
Okay.
Okay.
We have a meeting at 9.
Thank you.
I'm gonna need to go.
God bless.
Right. Bye.
Hello?
Hi, is this the Kingdom Hall?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I just have a quick question. I was wondering if you had a minute.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I was kind of shocked reading in the news this week, a couple of days ago, about the Montana court case with Jehovah's Witnesses. Did you read about it?
We wouldn't be able to make a statement this time, but I appreciate your call.
What? Wait.
Thank you so much.
Do you know about it? I'm not asking for a statement. I'm just a normal person. I'm not anybody.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to make a statement on it.
I have a question about it. You all are a 501c3 organization. I think you should ask a question if a concerned citizen is asking a question. This is very strange. Are you a secretive organization?
I apologize. You can always call the branch in New York if you need to.
You sound like a government operative or something. Why you act like that?
Okay. You have a good day. Thank you.
Kingdom Hall, Joe.
Hi, I just have a quick question I was wondering if someone could help me with.
Sure.
Do you have a minute?
I do. We're about to start our meeting, but I do have a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, I was reading about the latest court case the Watchtower had in the news yesterday.
Yes.
Did you hear about it?
Some of it. We've been kind of watching which one are you talking about? You talk about the Russian case? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, no, Montana, the child sexual abuse case in Montana.
Oh, I have not read that one.
Okay. They usually don't post any of the related cases on the jw.org. I've noticed that over the years. It's important to know what's going on in the news. But, well, this one guy had molested somebody, and they didn't call the police on him, and they put him out of the church or something like that, and just for a year. And then later he molested a little girl, like really badly, for 5 years, from age 5 through 10. And they were initially fined $35 million in the first case, when it went to the court. But they appealed to the Supreme Court of Montana, and they're claiming what's called clergy privilege. And
yeah, I apologize. I wouldn't. All I know is what would be posted on the. We wouldn't have any behind the scenes or.
Oh no, I'm just
newsletter or anything like that.
Right. So now you do know about it, and I was just this really surprised me about the clergy privilege thing. That they don't need to call the police because of that confidentiality, because it was not just a confession to one person. It was several elders knew about it, elders in a different congregation, other people, and also. They have ranted about, for decades, not having clergy.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't know too much about that. I know we have a very specific direction to engage the legal department, and there's things that we can do, things that we can't do, and usually we encourage the family to file a claim or to get involved with the authorities if they think we do have. there's things like I said we can't do because of confidentiality and things like that. But we are encouraged to engage the authorities as quickly as possible.
Actually,
and offer
their history, and now there's like hundreds, maybe even thousands of members, former members, coming out saying they were absolutely told not to call the police. So, what their lawyers say publicly, it doesn't really match up with, united testimonies. And so my question is, they've used the point of not having clergy to show they are the only truth for decades, really, since the beginning, and now they're using it like in court. So I'd really encourage you to look this up. The one I'm looking at is npr.org, but it's on a lot of websites right now. This is just like a couple days ago. Okay.
Well, I appreciate the information, and like I said, all I know is what they publish.
Oh yeah, I
appreciate the information.
It's interesting that they don't inform you all about these cases. So you don't want to be like all you know is what they tell you, right? You want to know what's going on, right?
No, I understand. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Appreciate it.
Okay, well,
Okay.
thanks.
Right,
God
you.
bless. Bye.
All right, thanks.
Kingdom Hall.
Hi. I was just wondering if someone had a question they could help me with.
Pardon?
I was just wondering if you had a minute to help me with a question I had.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Well, I was surprised at what I came across on the news about the recent lawsuit with Jehovah's Witnesses. It had gone to the Montana Supreme Court. Have you heard anything about it?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay. Well, they were at first their first court case with this, they lost for $35 million, and so they appealed to the Montana Supreme Court because Montana has mandatory reporting in cases of child sexual abuse, and they didn't report, and that's why they were taken to court by one of the victims. And this time, they appealed to the Supreme Court, and they won the case this time, so they don't have to pay the $35 million. But what surprised me is that the argument they're using is called clergy privilege. Like priests have clergy confidentiality.
Okay.
And I thought that they always show that they're the truth by saying they don't have clergy and no separate clergy class. But in this situation, it seems convenient for them to say they do.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, I'm not familiar with the case or the facts in it, so we don't have a clergy in the sense, that there's somebody set up above or whatever.
Yeah, but here they're calling the elders a special class with special privilege.
We do. Oftentimes, elders do help people with problems that are not a part of an ecclesiastical function. So, but without, I don't want to really comment because I don't even know anything about the case.
Do you think the type of elders that are in the Kingdom Hall actually really have the qualifications to investigate these things?
Well, who is this?
Christine, what's your name?
My name's Dave.
Yeah. Have you heard about the other issues that are happening with this topic, with this problem within the organization? I'm not going to comment on anything. I don't know you, and oh yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell anybody that you knew. If you, as a matter of fact, I'd be impressed if you did know about it and did look into it. I think that's really shows integrity. Instead of just trying to isolate yourself from information that the Watchtower doesn't tell you. They don't put any of their cases on their website in the legal section, news section. There's a lot of Catholic ones on there though.
Okay.
So,
Well, I think I've gone as far as I want to go.
Okay. Well, anyways, look it up. It's really easy. If you just put in Montana Supreme Court, 35 million Jehovah's Witnesses, it's come up on a lot of news outlets. It was just a couple days ago.
Okay.
Okay. So,
right.
Thanks for talking.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hello, Kingdom Hall.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi. I just wondered if someone had a minute for a question.
Sure.
I just need some help with the question I had. I was seeing in the news, it was a couple of days ago, about the Montana court case with Jehovah's Witnesses. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, they in the first lawsuit they were fined $35 million for the penalty because of child sexual abuse. Montana is a mandatory reporting state, but they appealed and they won the appeal. But what stood out to me was that the argument they're using is clergy privilege. And
I don't know about that, but the direction we have in our organization is that anytime any report is made of sexual abuse, that is to be reported.
Yeah, they did. No, they didn't. They didn't. That's not even in dispute here. They didn't, and they're claiming that they handle it internally. And even though it wasn't like a confession with one person, like a priest, they claim clergy privilege.
Yeah, they probably refer to it as the ecclesiastical privilege.
Clergy privilege, which is really surprising because all the way back from the beginning, they've said they have no clergy class. There's no clergy laity distinction. And so I just find that really, that's what it's called
legally,
here.
Some use it. They use the term legally sometimes because they don't know what else to call it.
Yeah.
So that's why.
But if you don't have any distinct religious class, you can hardly claim a special privilege for them. That's what they're doing here.
Unscriptural. There's no.
Right.
There's no.
But when it
class everybody else is lower.
Right. But when it suits them here, they say they have a special privilege of confidentiality because they didn't call the police on this really awful pedophile. You should read about it. He had done it before.
Yeah. And I have no knowledge of that particular case.
Yeah, check it out.
Things that reported.
Oh yeah, it's on actually a lot of news outlets. You can actually even read the transcript. He was.
Which news source did you look? So
I've got NPR.org, but if you Google it, I mean, a lot of them come up. Montana Supreme Court Jehovah's Witnesses. You can read even the official transcript.
Yeah, I'll pull that up.
Okay.
You have my curiosity now. But
yeah,
anyway,
it's a good thing to know about.
So you know that as I've been one my whole life. I serve as an elder in the congregation here, and
hello.
The congregation.
Oh, you cut out. You cut out for a minute. Well, they've had other settlements. They've had other settlements where they did have to pay out money, and there was the Stephanie Fessler case in Pennsylvania, which was mandatory reporting. They didn't report. Well, and if you know about the Australia Royal Commission, they had over 1,000 in their database, and they didn't report any of them. So I'm not sure about what you're saying, but no, they don't. They don't report
without knowing about particular cases.
Yeah.
I don't have the way of speaking intelligently about it because I'm not familiar with the case.
Yeah, certainly something to look into. The Australia Royal Commission is really interesting too. You can actually see videos of it and the transcript. Jeffrey Jackson testified there in Australia. They said that the policies, like the two-witness rule and some other things, place the children at significant risk of sexual abuse. That was the conclusion. So, okay.
It continues to need to be addressed anyway.
Yeah, they're getting kind of a reputation for huge problems with it partly because of the two-witness rule, and they're instructed to call Watchtower first and to make sure that what the law is in that particular state, and do not report if it's not mandatory.
Well, if it's any legal problem that anyone has anywhere, it's always wise to seek counsel. So I mean that's
yeah, but
thing.
people feel that
guilty or not, you just are wise to make sure that you proceed legally.
Well, people feel that the headquarters is more interested in protecting the organization. That's the conclusion of many researchers about it. So
some will reach that conclusion.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There are people that reach the conclusion that Jesus said not to pay taxes, and he never said it. But people.
Yeah, I never heard he said that either. But yeah, well, thanks.
It's in the Bible.
I'm glad you're concerned about it. So thanks for talking.
Have to deal with it.
Yeah. Okay, well, check it out. Thank you. God bless.
Yep. Bye now.